Working with Ben was an absolute honor. He's just immensely talented and completely disappears within every role that he does. And I felt very safe within every scene with him. I felt like we trusted one another. We could just lock in and go to intense places. And you okay?
Oh yeah, I was trying to give you insight. It just didn't go well.
We're finding each other. But yeah, we have a very similar way of approaching different scenes, and we just locked arms and went into it. I mean, it was hard. It was the first week of filming to do everything that you saw in the house, which is terrifying also as an actor. But I think because we did that, it then just allowed the rest of the process to just be a collaboration, fun, and this is one of my favorite stories is we shot the stabbing scene on a Friday, and on that Monday Christy came and visited set, and the entire crew of course knew Christy's story, and they had watched that scene happen, and when Christy walked in, everyone went silent, and they just stood up and started applauding her. And it was a very special moment to share with everyone because they understood the importance, but I think after experiencing Friday and then seeing her walk into the room, it was just, it was like this spark for everyone, and a weight that everyone was like, okay, this is the story that we're telling, this is the amazing woman's life that is in our hands, and the rest of the shoot, everyone celebrated her every single day. I got sent the script and I read it on a plane, and I, same as David here, I was blown away that I'd never heard of Christy Martin before. I was shocked actually, and I walked up a few aisles back to my agent and I said, get me on the phone with whoever's making this, because I want to make sure I'm a part of it, whether it's as an actor or producer. I just want to make sure that the story was told. And I landed, I got on a Zoom with David. I said, I will completely lose myself for this role. Please trust me and believe that I can do this. And then he believed me. I guess he believed me.
Sydney only told me a couple of days ago that she would have auditioned for me if I'd asked.
I would have.
Yeah.
No, I believe, honestly, the roles that people don't want me for are the ones that I always want to go to.
I don't think I could have hoped for anything bigger or better than this, because we have Hollywood It Girl portraying Christy Martin. I mean, who could think that Sydney could pull off get down and dirty and be a professional boxer? And she does it. You guys just watched it.
Yeah.
And so I think, and I've told her she's going to be stuck with me for life, because this movie is going to change lives. This is going to be that movie that in 5 years, 10 years, some father sits down with his daughter and says, do not let this happen to you.
Well, in the film, we're spanning such a long amount of time. I mean, we meet Christy when she's 22, 24 years old, and it goes 2 decades. So it's a lot of growth, a lot of pain, a lot of change. And there's, of course, the documentary, there's your book, interviews, fight footage, and then I had Christy, but the thing I had to always keep in mind was the Christy that I'm meeting now is going to be different than the Christy that she is at 24. But there's an essence that carries over, that spans all those years. I had to discover, what is that essence, what is that spark that stays inside and doesn't die no matter what, or gets dimmed by others, and it was just this mapping out of a discovery of change and an environment that affects a person, and how she moves, how she gets up in the morning, how she talks differently, influenced by different places and people. Sorry, I'm talking like you're not here. But it's an experiment. It's a creative process that is forever changing, because every day you're learning something new about your character.
Oh dear. Dave wrote such a a beautiful script, and when we first spoke, he said, "I want to Trojan horse this film." To cycle back to the first half of the film is a sports, not by the numbers, but engage the audience in a way that gains an enthusiasm and then twists it.
I think I gave myself license to, follow, I think primarily what the script was giving me, but the script stayed very true to life, and we had, footage of her. I could hear her, I could see pictures, I could even, there's a really great ESPN interview where Joyce figures more, so there was, a wealth of stuff to mine. I know, I actually had a strange dark night of the soul last night, where I was just like rethinking all my choices, and I was like, why did I play her? Why did I steer the car so hard in that direction? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? And I, went to watch it. They had sent me a link, and I had waited too long, and it had expired. I've already seen it, but I was, gonna like extra do, my homework and prepare for this, and it had expired. So I went and I read her scenes again, thinking, God, should I have had her struggle more? She was so sure, like you said, she was just so stubbornly sure. And then I read the scenes again, and I was like, well, no, of course, that's what you came away with from that dialogue. But that was my first day and my first scene, and it was our first scene together. I think it was the third day of shooting. So
sorry about that.
Yeah. First day in the wig, first day in, just like first time because he. We had been at a table read. It was the first time he'd heard me open my mouth as Joyce, so there's all that kind of like, oh, are we all going to be on the same page? And it was that scene, and I just remember being so grateful for and impressed by Sid, and I too had seen reality and had thought, I could tell what a good actor she was, but I could tell what a wonderful choice she was for Christy, because she had the ability to have that exterior, the toughness, the grit, the hiding, the shell, and then the softness on the inside, which is something that I would see even watching Christy's fights, that hard exterior, and then the vulnerability, the softness, that kind of tension and dichotomy. But that was my first day, and I remember you coming up to us after the scene and saying, yeah, I never know what a movie's about until the third day.